Hi. Another flat tire. Yep, 2 totes of water per day if possible. It's been a few days and we're catching up. A flat tire really cramps our style. But here's the route to watering the garden. Right, so it is abruptly summer here on the homestead. Welcome back to 1 Million Pumpkins Ranch for more public displays of homesteading. This morning, Matt watered most of the garden, and I have a chore or two still complete with the back end. But a week ago, I planted okra, and at the corner of this row, peanuts. We'll see what happens. Yeah, we have dry winds and temps in the mid-90s, so it is definitely hot and dry out here. If I'm not wrong, that's oregano. And it's a tomatillo herb row with mixed success. Here is our artichoke from seeds I saved. Some red bell. A volunteer. Sunflowers. Herbs. Ooh, it's windy. Over here, the red raspberries are planted. This one's great. This one's more southern, facing the east side, and it's growing better from the base. The top died back slightly, but it's doing great. No matter what I do, there's always more to chop and drop and throw over the wall for cute critters. We've harvested a few things from this kind of salad row with kale and lettuce, other such, but I really need to pay attention to this side of the onion patch. Everybody keeps getting more alfalfa for treats. Guardianized alliums waving in the wind, and as you can see, or I don't know if you can see, but I still have 2 more furrows to develop, and it's 2 weeks past the end of May, so humans plan and God laughs, but sometimes we laugh along with God because this volunteer lettuce has grown back 3 times since I've whacked it and ate it. I was always told that lettuces needed babying, they needed hydroponics, they needed shade, tender care, but they're growing in full sun. They're volunteering from seed like crazy. So don't believe what passes for wisdom. Observe. Course correct. So this row here, I planted that a couple days ago. This row though, I think it's pretty cool. It has corn sprouting. I cannot see my screen, so I hope I captured corn and beans. Over here, rabbits and other things. We have tomato starts. Ivan set up for me all of these tea stakes to mark the tomato start rows. so that I can begin to trellis them right away. These ones are the larger Cherokee purple and or Amish paste, but I believe this entire row here are Gardener's Delight cherry tomatoes propagated from the crop last year. And same with that one. So this is the biggest and most bestest tomato operation I've ever tried to run. Really excited about it. And again, fabled wisdom has it that stressed chili pepper plants will not rebound. They'll forever be stunted. We'll just have to see about that. Plus, I do have like a tray of about 30 new starts putting in their first true leaves. So we're not behind the ball. So when I made this garden, I did not prescribe, and so this existing salt bush continues to exist, and it's in full flower, and it shelters what's near it. Anyways, this row is a mixed row. These are Armenian cucumbers, zinnias, and I think purple Savoy cabbage, more flowers, and then zucchini, and maybe yellow squash, I think, and then watermelon. That likes to marvel at how there's the exact same seed stock of medicinal herb that basically does nothing or got damaged by the frost, and then adjacent is the same stock, looking great, and the proximity to the salt bush is not unnoticed. This row of slicers and Amish pasters have some of the older tomato starts that were harmed by the frost. Ahead, I planted the garlic is tinged with gold, which means it's going to start dying back, and that's going to mean garlic harvest coming soon. And I reseeded the early sown, that March sown row, and see how much faster it grows when you seed season. There's radishes ready to come out of the dirt, and then the eensy weensy onion starts, like the rest of the lot, they're picking it up. But there's evidently I planted spinach and more on this row, next to a whole row of pure garlic. And remember, it's some sort of amaranth. I think that might be pink Swiss chard. Stand tall and proud. Leeks. Now along here, I planted these in clumps, and I think they might be golden beets. And here's some more May sown radishes. Nice little round red bulbs. Then we've got, see, that's an unknown brassica with a purple stem. I think that's probably Savoy cabbage with parsley. We've already had parsley and some rabbit cacciatore. And celery, cilantro. And last on this row, this patch, the volunteer row, fennel is looking great, and desert marigold is in craze. Yay. So off to the back of this garden. Here's the view from the back corner that's going to be the time-lapse photo. And everything's much greener. Sorry about the light and the wind. Looking north, the onion furrows, they are beefing up. It's a constant battle with the chop and drop. This is my next patch to do. Did this line the day before yesterday. I think you can tell that I organized the materials. Kosha squash did germinate here, and Kosha squash, by the way, is classified as a pumpkin. Anyways, it germinated there, but wild birds got it. There's but the wild birds were deflected. Oh my goodness, I need to water that. Anyways, the wild birds were deflected by the willow pumpkin. And there's also Thai basil and a blooming tomatillo and more melon. It was ostensibly a conservation sunflower line. Right, this back half has not been watered, I want to say, in 3 days. The tomatillo is suffering. Here are seedlings. These are not suffering. There's marigolds and tomatillos, dark sown. Chopped and dropped. The grass is here. And check that one out. That's vining. Beautiful tomatillo. Matt's waffle garden of corn looks great, even though this fella managed to get his way out of his pen and he gave it a haircut in several places, but the corn looks pretty darn good for having been trimmed. And then here's more tomatillos in these side pits, and look at those lettuces. You can't grow lettuce in full sun, guys. You just can't do it. Except for frying, and I'm doing it. There have been sprouts in there. Oh, I see. Yes. There's a tomatillo. There's tomatillo. Tomatillo here. So I'm hoping to get lots of chili verde sauce put up this year. Alright, so that is the tour on a hot late spring cusp of summer solstice type of day. We're hitting temps in the mid to high 90s, and it's time for me to cut another furrow. Plant it up with sweet corn and pole beans, and then cut another furrow and do the same. And then that row of furrows will be complete. So here's the view from the southwest corner, and I hope you enjoyed this tour of my off-grid garden. Blessings. Please take a moment to mulch that like button, won't you? Much love.